All right, beauties, welcome back. It took quite a while. I am fed, so I'm much better, not hangry anymore. So we're going to be using quite a few palettes because my daughter wanted me to do a ocean theme look. And I like doing those. I love doing those actually. But I'm going to do a different one next in a couple of days because I'm going to try out my Morphe Sweet Oasis palette. I didn't have time to do it tonight, but I'm going to do it in like a week or so. So let's get started. So I was telling you that I recently got a palette and I went to go open it, and it's the ColourPop on Cloud Blue. And I love the packaging. I think it's beautiful. And look what happened. The eyeshadow like came falling out and like broke in a million pieces. And I was so sad because I'm like, I really love this color scheme. I love the blues. So I emailed ColourPop and they were so wonderful. They got back to me super quick and they're sending me a new one. So I'm very happy about that. So I'm going to get started with using a color from there. And then, of course, you know I can't do a look like this without my two favorite palettes, my BH Cosmetics Midnight Festival, which has those really pretty blues and greens in it. Also, the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, which I love as well. And I heard a lot of people saying this is good for beginners. So if you don't have a good palette, check this out. They're super affordable. And a lot of the time, BH Cosmetics has an amazing sale going on. So go check them out. Then I'm going to use the Moods palette just for the blue right here. I'm pretty sure just the blue and maybe the purple, but definitely that blue. I love that blue. So let's get started, shall we? All right. So I'm going to start off with the shade right here, this white shade right here on the Festival palette called Star, just to give a base to my eyes. Nothing, you know, fancy, nothing crazy. Let me grab an eyeshadow brush. Okay, just a Real Techniques one, and I'm just gonna pat into that. I already wiped off any excess powder off of my lids. Yeah, I love, if you guys haven't seen my videos, or if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am in love with BH Cosmetics. If you guys, like I said, are new, you wouldn't know that, but I am. I think they are an amazing brand. The palettes are always beautiful. I recently ordered again from them and got amazing palettes. I got a palette from like Christmas for like $3 or something like that, $4. It was insane, the deal they have going on. And a lot of the time they still have deals going on, different ones, but go check them out. Sometimes their palettes are half off. Sometimes they're 75% off. They're such a good deal. And they're definitely worth every freaking penny. Because you get the pigment, you get the blendability, you get the longevity of them. They're not going to like break apart throughout the day and stuff like that. And if I look super tired, it's because I am, you guys. I only got like 2 hours of sleep last night, so I look a little crazy, but we'll make it through this video. All right. So now that I got that going, we're going to go back to the ColourPop on Cloud Blue palettes. I am in love with this palette. I am thinking I'm going to order the pink one. There was a pink cloud one as well, but I wanted this blue one super bad. We're going to start off with this Ice Baby right here. It's a very, very light blue. So I'm going to get a crease brush. I got this song. I'm hearing like the Super Bowl going on, and I have that song by The Weeknd stuck in my head because they sang it. So it's like, sorry if you guys have to hear it now. And I suck at singing, but it's such a catchy song, you know? I'm just seeing if I want to use a different brush. I really love this brush, by the way, you guys. I love it. Love it. I did put another one. Oh, here it is. I got a new Moto brush at TJ Maxx. It was like $2. Love it. So I'm going to use that actually. So I'm going in for a little bit densely packed, fluffy brush. This mirror, you guys, like I think I have to peel the tab, but since I'm getting a new one, I don't want to peel that tab. They didn't say I had to return this one, but just in case they do. But I used this palette a couple nights after that happened, you know, when I knew I was getting a new palette. And I am in love with this palette, you guys. Like, it's so beautiful. That was the first time I ever ordered from ColourPop, and the only other palette that I had from them was the the Hocus Pocus Gathering Sisters palette, which I technically didn't get that from ColourPop. I got that from Ulta back like around Halloween time. That was like the hardest launch for me because they had problems with their servers and stuff like that. But definitely worth it. I love that palette. And I knew if I loved that palette from ColourPop, I would love their others. And everybody loves ColourPop. Like, if you don't, then I don't know. But yeah, so I'm just tapping in that color. I'm building it up a little bit. I'm trying to pull it up towards the brow bone right here. And I'm just using a windshield wiper motions just to get this is like my transition shade, you guys, like transition. Since we're using a lot of blues and greens, I thought a light baby blue would be like a perfect starting focal point. So that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I am beat, you guys. I am so freaking tired. And I have to do another video later with skincare. So I don't know, you guys. I'm tired, but I'm trucking. I'm trucking along, you know? And I'm so happy. I've gotten a couple more subscribers, so I'm very happy. And my Facebook beauty page is finally starting to get seen. So things are going the right way. Very happy about that because I've been wanting to do a beauty page on Instagram and on Facebook for a long time. Just didn't either know how to do it or didn't have the opportunity to do it, you know what I mean? So, all right. So, since I got the baby blue down, now I'm going to go with a little bit up darker of a shade in the ColourPop called Plan. And I'm going to do that in the crease now, just to boost up that color a little bit more. But yeah, these blues are so pigmented. I'm barely putting any on this brush whatsoever. And look at that. It's just gorgeous. Like, I'm so excited to get that palette in. I mean, yeah, I'm just missing one shade, but one shade, it like ruined the whole palette, you know what I mean? Like, I want a beautiful in one piece palette. They had a good deal on their new launch, the Wild Child palette. I got that too. I haven't used it yet because I'm going to do like a naturally look with that. And you guys know, I am a big fan of colorful looks. So I haven't had the chance to use that yet. And I'm super excited to try it. Like I said, I love ColourPop so far. And I actually ordered their foundation, one of their foundations, and their concealer. So all their stuff was on such a good sale. I usually don't buy, like I said, I don't, unless I go to TJ Maxx for a really good deal. I usually don't buy a lot of stuff because A, it's expensive. B, a working mother. So that, you know, my daughter will always come first and her happiness. So I usually don't do that, but it was such a good sale that I got everything like half off. So I'm like, I'm doing it for myself for Valentine's Day. So I just deepened that color. That side looks a little bit darker. Yep. So I'm just going to go back in. And I'm doing little bits at a time, adding little more bits at a time because I don't want to keep having to do this. So that's why you don't see me putting a ton on the brush to start with. And if you can see, I'm holding the brush far away from the bristles. Let me just check this out, you guys. Because the farther away, the less pressure on the brush to the skin. So if you want more depth, more pigment, you go close to the brush. But if you want it fanned out like what I'm doing, you're going to hold it away and do those windshield wiper motions, which is really good. And it fans it out nice and beautifully and evenly. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Pretty. Sorry, my eyes aren't like the same shape, so it's hard to like get them right, if you can say, because this brow bone is so prominent. You'll hear me complain about my brow bone probably every freaking video because I can't stand it. It throws me off because it doesn't circle out like the other ones. It kind of like pushes the color back in. I don't know, it's weird. It's hard to explain. But I do know what I'm talking about, and you will see it. It's not going to be, these two sides are not going to be exactly 100% the same. Close enough, I say. Okay. So I am done with this for now. Let me put that beautiful baby away. I cannot wait to get the new one in, and that pink one. I need to get that pink one, you guys. Beautiful. And they're super affordable, like I said. ColourPop is getting more and more affordable, so that's why I was like, I'm gonna get it. And look at that beautiful palette that I was able to get from it. So happy with it. Okay, so next what we're going to do, let me see here. Sorry, I'm just checking out the colors really quick. Okay, so we're gonna go back into the Midnight Festivals from BH Cosmetics in this baby blue color called Beat Drop. That's gonna go all over my entire lid and maybe a little bit in the crease, but definitely in the eyelid. So I'm just gonna grab a shader brush. Nice. I'm just gonna dip into that baby right there. Look how pigmented, like, I love it. I should have showed you how pigmented the ColourPop one was, but like I said, trust me when I say it's pigmented. I did a look yesterday, right before the whole problem that I had with the deleting of all my videos and stuff. I was able to upload it on Instagram. I did a look with the new, well, new to me, the new J Cat I Imagine palette that I was able to redeem was super great. And I had a hard time with the shimmer shades and a little bit of the darker shades. So that's when you know a palette is good. All the colors blend beautifully. You don't have to put a million pounds of pressure to get it to go. So that's when you know it's a good one. So I'm just gonna go in with a crease brush with nothing on it. I'm just going with this one. Just to soften it up a little bit. Nothing fancy, like I said. But this one will just soften it out because the blending is definitely the key here. You guys know. I don't even probably have to explain that. But I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks as I possibly can. Now I did mention also that I want to start doing more things than just makeup tutorials on my channel, obviously. I love doing them, don't get me wrong, because I could play with makeup all day, all night if I wanted to, like, if I could, because I love it so much. But I want to do, like, samples. I want to do product reviews, just simple product reviews, like skincare products. I'll show you how it works, the texture, all that fun stuff. I'm thinking about doing all that and incorporating besides just makeup tutorials, because I don't want you guys to get bored. All right, so I'm done with that. This is what it's looking like so far. It's looking super pretty. Let me see that for a second. Just making sure there's no skin showing, or at least not that much. There's that one. And there's that one. Okay, if you're wondering, this is a Moda Pink Essentials Eye Shader Large 204. Just in case you guys are wondering what brushes I use. This was another good sale because, like I said, I usually don't go online and purchase products because they can be so expensive and they, you know, the more you look, the more you buy. But they were only like $2 a piece, and I needed brushes because I don't know what all my brushes went. I had like tons of brushes, and now they're freaking gone. Like, no clue. Okay, so next what we're gonna do, I'm done with this palette for now. We're gonna go to the Take Me Back to Brazil palette right here, this beautiful baby. And that really pretty blue right here, this blue right here. Is that the blue one? No, this one right here, I'm sorry. This one's a little bit darker than the shade I have on my eyelid now. I'm going to take another eyeshadow brush. This is a Smoky Eye Essence brush. I'm gonna dip into that color. I love this brush, by the way. And I'm actually gonna go halfway on the eyelid. Yeah, this Smoky Eye brush from Essence is really nice because you could just technically wiggle it and you don't have to get out another blending brush because it just like nicely blends it for you. I'm a big fan of this brush, you guys, like a big fan. Just kind of putting it where I want it. just a little bit more blue. A little bit. I love playing with blues and purples and pinks. Like, those are my favorite go-to looks. And sunsets. I can't forget about my sunset look because I love those too. If you guys are also looking for makeup or skincare that is super cheap, well, not really like cheap, more like affordable, that's a better word for it, go to the Dollar Tree. They have a good options. They don't have all name brand, but sometimes they do. I actually watched an updated video on my Super Great app, and I watched a girl about the Dollar Tree, and she was able to get like hard candy products there, which usually you can only get from like Walmart. And she got them for such a good deal. Like, such a good deal. Like, it's great. It's great. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting a little off topic here. Okay. I'm not putting that same color. I'll show you in a sec. All right. So then I just tapped into the one below it a little lighter, and I put it right in the front. Yeah, this brush is really nice. And I keep looking at my local CVS, and I don't see that much Essence stuff anymore. I wonder if they're getting rid of it. I'll be so sad, you guys. Like, so sad. Essence. I did notice that they have them at Ulta, though. They do have them at Ulta, so that's a good thing. Okay. All right. So that's that for now. So next what we're going to do, let me see which one I want to use. Okay. We're going to go in actually with this really light neon-y green right here. So I'm going to put this to the side for now. And I'm actually going to grab a pointy brush, like a crease brush, like this. And then a blending brush. And I'm going to dip into that green right there. And I'm going to put that in my crease now. So I'm just going to go. We're going to introduce more green than this, though. I'm just kind of getting it started. It's really pretty, like neon green. There we go. So I got a little bit of the green down, nothing much. I just want a nice light color fanning upwards above the crease. So yeah, I just started loading more videos until yesterday happened to my TikTok. God, I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of TikTok just because, I don't know. Maybe because I'm older. I don't know. I like it for some things, and then I'm like, I don't like it for others. But for younger people, I think it's great. It's really good. There's like different trends you can follow and stuff like that. It's really good. So I guess it's like your own preference kind of thing. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit more in the crease with that color. Just a wee bit more. And that's gonna be the start of our like oceany theme kind of thing. There, I'm going to start blending again. You can see it now. You can actually see that neon green right in that crease right there. Sorry if I keep looking up. I'm getting a bunch of notifications. I just want to see what it is. I'm not leaving abruptly like last time unless I have a technical difficulty. I'm just going to keep going through, and then we're going to come back for the last part for the bronzer, blush, highlight, and lips. Okay. Ooh, it's coming out pretty, guys. It's coming out pretty. Just make sure it's all blendy. Corny as hell. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna still stick with green. So I'm gonna go to the Midnight Festival palette. It's about the same, a little bit darker. It's the shade After Party. And now with this one, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take that same brush right here, dip into that one, and I'm actually going to put it like in the outer V corner, like that. And I'm going to bring it up as well. That. Yeah. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of BH Cosmetics. Other palettes that I like brands or names or whatever, Care Beauty. I'm just learning about Care Beauty. I absolutely love their palettes. They're so pigmented and they're like $25 online, but you can actually, if you have luck, you can spot them at TJ Maxx, because I did, and I saw a bunch of them there and I only picked up one, and I regret just picking up one because they are so nice. And I only got it for $6.99 compared to $25, $28 on the Care Beauty website. I'll have to show you. I think I did this one actually. Unless it got deleted, like I said. I don't remember what ones. I have to go through and see what I've shown you now and what I haven't, because I had them in like an order to load. But really it doesn't matter because it's not working. It's not working. What do you guys think so far? It's like a marbly bluish green look. I'm loving it so far. Sorry, I look so painfully crooked, like, definitely painfully crooked. Okay, so let me just take that off. Perfect, okay. So next, let me see which one I want to go with here. See, I got that song stuck on my freaking head now. Yeah, I don't want to go too much darker with the green. So I'm actually going to go in with this blue right here from the Midnight Festival palette. Or should I go with the Color Pop? Let's see here. The options. I love options. No. Not that I don't love it, but I'm going to go in with this one right here, that color blue right here. I think it's beautiful. Now this, use the same crease brush, tap into it. It's going to go in the outer V only. Okay. Just like that. I'm not putting it on the eyelid at all. It might blend down to the eyelid once I start blending, but I'm not intentionally putting it there. Okay. Put that to the side. Now I'm going to start blending, and this is my little smooshy motion. It's side to side and up and down at the same time to create that little shadowy effect that I love so much. I love doing this look. And that really pretty blue right here. Isn't that pretty? My little smushy motion, like I said, smushy smoosh. Same thing to the other side. I'm trying to blend any excess up instead of down onto the eyelid, just because I want that to stay nice and kind of like bright in a way. It's coming out, you guys. We're getting there. Okay, wipe that off. We're definitely getting there. I'm going to do another variation of the ocean very soon, like I was saying. It's just this was a quick impromptu look that my daughter wanted me to make, so that's why I did it. I thought it was a good idea to do this look, so that's why I am doing it. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty. I'm going to clean it up off camera once I get the mascara on and everything, but okay. So we're going to do one more little teeny color, and then shimmers and glitter time, and then lower lash line and mascara, and we are good. Okay, so there's that on my brush. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of purple, like the tiniest smoosh of purple, you guys, like the tiniest smoosh. So let me get a brush here, just to add a little bit more oomph, because I like it, making it a little more, you know, detailed. I'll go with this, see if this will work. I'm gonna tap into this really dark, I love this palette, the dark purple right here. It's called Techno. Okay, just like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to put it in that outer V as well. So it combines with that blue. Oops, I put a little bit too low. Oh well. Oh well. Okay, so let's go with that for now. And I'm just gonna start doing my thing. And squiggling it around. And that was like my reef theme, you know what I mean? Like the reef. We got the blue and the green, and then we got this purpley color for like the reef effect. So that's why I put some purple in there. Next time I'm not gonna put purple in, I don't think. But I thought it'd be a good idea today to do that. And look how pretty it looks. It's just like a nice faded purple. At first it looks like it's gonna be like a clumpy purple, but it's not. It comes out really nice. Now I'm just bringing it up because I accidentally put it a little too low on this one, which, whatever. I'm not gonna like freak out about it. Isn't that pretty? I love how it's coming out. Love it. And see how it's like a faded purple? Here we go. I was like, whoa, that's not blended yet. Like I said, I brought it a little too low on that side, so. But look at that, isn't that pretty? That one definitely has a little more purpley right here. I'm just gonna add a widge more right now, a smidge more. That is so pretty, I love it. Okay, put that purple down because I'm done with that purple. Yeah, and all these colors blend really nicely. That's the thing about these palettes too that I love so much. Is with the J-Cat palette that I did last night, it was so hard to blend. Like, it took me forever to blend. And the shimmery shades, I'd even tried with my finger, and it still would give me an issue. So that's why I'll show you the shimmers on these and the ColourPop one. And you'll see a big difference. Like, it was so hard. Like, I don't even know why it didn't, the warmth of my finger didn't warm it up enough. Like, usually it would, so I'm just pushing anything extra down. Very pretty, very pretty. Okay, so let's go in with some shimmers, shall we? Let me see, what do I want to do? I don't think I'm gonna use any from here. No, so I'm done. Actually, I'm gonna do a little lash line. Let me just grab a quick sip of something because my mouth is like dry as hell. Oh, so next we're gonna do the shimmers. Like I said, I love me some shimmers. Love, love. I am going to use this blue right here because I'm in love with that blue right there. But let's start off with, let's start off with that. Why not? So I'm going to start with my finger. I'm going to use my finger. It seems a lot, look at that. Oh my God. It seems like it works really, really good. I'm putting it like halfway to 3/4 and then blending it with my finger a little bit. See, isn't that pretty? Super freaking pretty. I'm just blending it with my finger. Ooh, it's so pretty. All right, let me do the other side. Yeah, this palette's another good one. It just doesn't have a lot of options. Like, I mainly use this with another palette because there's not enough color options to do a full-on look, but otherwise I love this. It is the Moody palette by Laura Sanchez. It's amazing. Amazing. Okay. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a light blue. And that is from this palette right here, this BH Cosmetics Midnight Festival. I'm going to dip my finger into that. I'm going to go right in the inner corner. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Just add a little bit more so I can bring it up above the crease a little bit, just that color. Isn't that freaking gorgeous? Love it. But I'm not done yet because we need to introduce that green back too. So let's do the same thing with this eye. Gotta bring some more of that green back so I didn't get like lost in the sauce here. Just using my finger to blend those two blue colors together. Look how pretty that looks now. Love it. Okay, so before I put the green, I'm gonna go in with purple because you know I gotta have some purple. So I'm gonna actually go back to this one, the Moody palette by Laura Sanchez, in that really pretty purple. Not pretty. I'm just gonna go right where the purple is. Now that one you might have to blend a little bit with a brush just because it's strong. It's a strong color. Okay, so I am going to go in with that e.l.f. blending brush just to make sure it's, you know, smoothed out. I'm just making sure there's no harsh lines. It's all blended. And it is looking beautiful. Isn't that freaking pretty? Look at that. Nice and shimmers. Some nice shimmers. All right, I'm just making sure, like I said, they're all blended. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm done with this palette. I'm going to go back to this one because it has the green in it. That really pretty green right here. So with the green, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the green on my finger. I'm going to put it right, like, I don't even know how to explain it. I'll show you in a sec. Like right there. I'm loving it. Loving it. Okay. I am going to go with my brush. I'm just going to go in there and blend. Isn't that looking pretty? Pretty, pretty. So last step, and it's going to sound weird, I'm going to dip into the blue and the green. So it comes out with this really pretty, like bluey green. And I'm going to go right in the middle. And bring it up. Perfect. Just like that, you guys. It's so simple, yet so pretty. I love how it comes out. These ocean-like looks. I love it. I was very excited when she's like, Mom, do this look. Because I was like, yes, I will do it. I will definitely do it. Now let me bring you closer so you can see the actual shimmers. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so now what we're going to do is the lower lash line. That is done for the top. We did everything I needed to do. So I'm going to go in with the light blue first from here. Well, it's not as light as the ColourPop, but I don't want to go crazy strong down here, or crazy light. So I'm going to go with that blue first. And go in the lower lash line. Sorry if you guys can't see, I'm trying here. That. And then like that. Sorry if you hear any yelling. They're watching the football game. So, okay. So I did the blue. Now I'm going to go in with the green. That light green color. Same palette. I'm going to go right about 3/4 of the way. See, isn't that pretty? We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Okay. So next. I actually don't need this palette anymore. It's all going to be this palette. Ooh, I almost dropped my brush. I'm going to use the dark blue next, right here. I'm going to tap it off because it's very powerful. Go right in the lower lash line outer corner area. About right there. Same thing on the other eye. And I am connecting it to the top. Then I'm going to grab a little bit more of the blue and the green on the same thing. Go right in the front again. Perfect. I'm going to dip into that purple now that's in that palette. The purple called Techno right there. And that's going to go way as far as I can in the lower lash line outer corner area. Just the smallest amount of purple. Just like that. And like I said, I'm going to clean it up, obviously. It's a little messy right now, you know, with all the colors and stuff. Just going to add a little bit more. Where's that purpley color here? Sorry, I'm seeing a little bit of a difference. Very picky when it comes to the final look here. That should be better, yeah. That's better, a little bit better. Okay, that is much better. Now they look even to me, as even as they're gonna get. And this is the final eyeshadow portion, you guys. Let me bring it close, and then we'll do mascara, and then I will take a quick break. But I love how it came out. I just gotta clean that up a little bit. But barely any fallout, 0 to minimal. That's another great thing about certain palettes is there's minimal fallout. Fallout can be very annoying. It can mess up your foundation if you already did your base like I do. And then you have to start all over or like finagle. It's a pain. So I'm not worried about using these two palettes. Actually, 3. Actually, the ColourPop either. Those because I know they're not going to ruin my base face. So since we were doing milk products, remember we did the milk products for our base face, I said why not continue that with a mascara. So I'm using the Milk Makeup Kush Waterproof Mascara, and I love their packaging. It's so sleek and so nice, and it's heavy, you guys. It's pretty heavy, like, container. And you screw the top off, and that is what the wand looks like. It's a little funky, a little fat, funky thing. So we're gonna get in there. I'm just going to try to see so you guys can see here. I'm just going to go right in there. And this is the waterproof version. They do have a non-waterproof version, which I kind of want to try. But you can do a nice natural lash with this. I'll show you. Like that. That's a nice natural lash. Nothing crazy. I'm just going to dip back in. Do the other side really quick and then I'll layer it. Or you can build it. And with this one, I don't get any, like, flaking. No flaking. No smudging that I'm aware of, because I've worn this several times to work and I don't notice any flaking or smudging, which is good. And that would be like a nice natural lash, but if you want more dramatic, I'm just going to build it a little bit more. You would just go in and let it set for a second, not long, because then it'll be too dried out. But let it set for a second, and then you're just going to go back in and keep going over and over and over, layering as much as you want. Now be careful, it can get a little thick looking. If you don't like your lashes to look super thick, don't layer it too much because they do start to get thicker. But I like that look, so that's why I'm going for it. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried to get thicker lashes or a little bit of clump. I heard another girl say that, and I was like, finally, I'm not the only one. Because not every time are your lashes going to be, like, pinpoint curved perfectly. Obviously, you guys know I don't curl my lashes very much. I think I'm going to try to do lashes at some point this week, too. What do you guys think? Should I do some lashes? Try to do some lashes anyway. I'm going to tell you that is one of my downfalls is lashes. I have such a hard time putting them on. See, isn't that pretty? This side's a little bit being uncooperative. I have less lashes on this side than the other. But it'll do. It'll do. I think it's starting to dry out, though. Oh, no, I hope not. I've seen the non-waterproof at TJ Maxx, so maybe I'll have to pick it up. Sorry, guys, I'm using like 3 different ways to look at this now. And look at that curl, like it's giving my lashes. Like it's giving a nice curl. I love that about it. That nice natural length and curl. It looks like beautiful. I'm going to layer a little bit more on this side. There we go. I think that's good enough for now. Ooh, see, and that is the one other thing I don't like about this product. So much product squeezes out of the tube itself and you lose quite a bit of product. And I don't like wasting product, especially it's expensive. But let me show you. Look at that. Look at all that mascara that got stuck at the top. It's so frustrating. It's like, that was a waste, you know? But all right, guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I will be back. We're going to finish up with the bronzer, the blush, the highlight, and the lips. So I will see you guys in a little bit. But what do you guys think so far? All right, I'll see you soon.